Hey, it's Chief Lukens, and I'm here with your leadership tip and AI tip in 15 minutes or less. And today we're going to do an AI tip. So, I wanted to show you how you can create a report when you get that supervisor, whatever, it comes into you and says, I need a report for the police department on traffic stops or whatever right now. Can you get this to me a little bit? You're scrambling to try and find information and get it to them. So, what I have is I want to show you that you click on your Outlook, or not Outlook, your Copilot button on your desktop, and that'll bring up this screen here in uh, 365. And then once you do that, you can just put in what you're looking to make. So I pre-wrote this together just so that way it makes it a little bit faster. But basically, you want to find your open source data or data that you have. So you could do this off of a database that you have. It could be public facing or it could be private, but you can pull out this information. So New Orleans Police Department has their traffic stop data already published. So this makes it easy to do. And so I just say make a report on the New Orleans Police Department annual traffic stops for at least 3 years conducted. Analyze the total number of stops as well as demographic information of those stopped. Also provide the population demographic and compare it. With the findings, provide any possible insights and compare them to Dallas and Chicago, and provide next steps or suggestions. Why did I say Dallas and Chicago? Because both of those police departments also have public facing data. And you may also have it, or you can also put this out through Microsoft Power BI, and we could talk about that in another step. But basically, this quick, I can hit the analyze button. It's gonna start searching the web. It's gonna pull up this information, and now I have a report. And what you can see within this that Copilot also does is it actually gives me references about it. And so within a matter of a few seconds, I have the total number of traffic stops that New Orleans did in 21, 22, and 23. I also have the demographic information of those stopped. I have their gender, their age, the population demographics of New Orleans, and so we can now look at this comparison with Dallas and Chicago. I have all of this information. I can just simply copy and paste this into Word. Now, a couple of things that it brings out is, yeah, there are disproportionate stops in New Orleans. Black individuals are stopped at a rate slightly higher, and gender disparity. But let's say that analysis, I want to actually know the percentages. So I'm just going to go back in here and say, give me the actual percentages on the, and so now I'm just asking it to give me the actual percentages on that analysis. And it's going to come back in and it's going to kick this information back to me in just a minute. So that way I'm able to actually really look at, are we only 1% off? Are we 5% off? And then we can start diving in to figure out where is this coming from, and do we need to change our practices or whatever we need to do. So now we can look at this insight, and so it's going to come back to me now, and it's going to say New Orleans Black individuals make up 60% of stops, but 59% of the population. So initially that report might sound really, really, off base, but when you look at it, that's pretty close. Dallas Black individuals make up 40% of the stops, but 24% of the population. In Chicago, Black individuals make up 51% of the stops and 30% of the population. And now we can look at the gender disparity. In New Orleans, males are 70% of those stopped, Dallas 65, and Chicago, males are 68% of those stopped. And so we can see that we can go back in and ask that same distribution if we wanted and press this down even further. But the point that I want to bring up is very quickly, you're able to, let's say you're New Orleans Police Department and you've been asked to task this, you can show, hey, this is where we're at in reference to our population, and this is what some of the other police departments are. Now you have a report that you can send out, and it's very easy to do this report. You just literally click the copy button right here, and it's going to take that report. You're going to be able to copy it and then paste it into your Microsoft Word document. That's all for now. Thanks and be well.